Welcome to Soul Talks. I'm Bevan Bird, and I'm going to introduce you to Chadi Hemaidan. He's a co-author in Goodness Abounds. Welcome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Great to talk with you. So I've just read your story, and we have something in common
Okay.
in taking care of our dad. Although my dad doesn't have Alzheimer's, though. But I helped him out, and he helped me out, and we've been doing that in the summers. Actually, back in 2011 through to 2013, I got into a bunch of debt, and I would have either had to be homeless or live with my family, right? My dad let me stay with him and provided for me, and I felt unconditionally loved. And
That's awesome. Beautiful.
so love to hear maybe why you wrote that story.
Yes. But I've been working with disability and Alzheimer's, helping patients throughout my 20 years in my field. When my dad had Alzheimer's, I quit my job to take care of him at the house, the home. He went down stage, I think it was stage 4, the last year, 2013. He passed away, but we took care of him at the house. So I had this experience that what I did, my other jobs, and how I took care of my patients, that I had this experience of I could take care of my dad, my father. I know what to do. So me and my dad had, I mean, we had a good relationship, but we had some falling out. But it was good relationship. He was there for me, and I was there for him. I took care of him. I took him out. He was my inspirational. He taught me everything. He was my greatest teacher. He was there for me through the good, bad, and bad times. Even though I was engaged and we broke up, and me and my fiance broke up, I was in the bad. I was very unhappy. I was sad. I was depressed. But he was there for me. So he lifted me up, and I was grateful for his love, his unconditional love for me, and we had the same. He was. I wrote the story because he was. I want to feel the. I want to feel the joy and giving out the gift. What I give to my dad, I want to give out to the world.
Right. Yeah. Because I read that you were saying that you like you gave to him, you're taking care of him, but then you feel like he received the greatest gift.
Yes.
And the joy is in the giving.
Yes.
Great. Well, that's awesome that you are part of the book to get that message out there. And now we're working together today to get the book out and get all our stories out in the world. It's great.
Yes.
Oh, and what is something that you've learned from your dad?
I learned from my dad how to. But me and my dad have the same passion. He loved what he does with his passion, with his work, with helping other people. My dad, he worked as a kitchen carpenter. He fixed kitchen. He fixed tables. He does stuff. He helps other people by making them happy of their homes. So for me, my passion, my love doing is helping other people, taking care of them. So me and my dad we have passion of helping people, but in different fields. I learned from my dad how to have passion and love what you do in your job, in your career, in your life. It's not about money. It's not about achieving yourself in making rich. It's about having rich inside of you, having the rich of your heart to make other people feel better.
Mhm. Absolutely. I've just been
That-
listening to Jim Carrey, and he said the same thing. Like he got rich and famous, and then he said
yes,
he became depressed, right? Because that's
yes,
not what life is about. It's not about
yes,
external achievement. It's about internal alignment. Um,
yes.
Internal alignment will create achievement, but that will be
Hmm.
real achievement that comes from like being integral, a whole being that is complete, not something that's comparing to others and going, oh, I need to become better. I need to do something to get better, and that will never happen.
Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when you have this passion of this achievement from your heart, then everything will come to you that that is great. The achieving greatness come from yourself.
Mhm. Oh, and what he also said was that like that happiness or enlightenment is like consciousness minus you. It's like we get rid of who we think we are. And like it's the same thing when you're talking about service, right? Giving to others, helping people be happy, like you and your dad both did in different ways. That's what it's
Hmm.
about, right? We get ourselves out of the equation. We forget who we
Yes.
are, and we're just a conduit. We just do what we do, right? And we care
Right.
about other people, right? And then we are naturally happy. We don't have to
Yes.
worry about our needs and like do we have enough and our own survival. When you realize
Hmm.
like the whole world is you and you care about other people, then you'll
Hmm.
be happy because we're all
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's one thing about my dad taught me and taught my brothers and my sisters about how to have passion and love what you do and how to take care of your which from your heart, how to achieve your greatness from doing something that is great from for your passion.
Mhm. That's
This,
awesome.
passion is like doing something is wonderful for yourself, and you can make other people achieve the greatness as of their passion.
Mhm. Oh yeah, I'm totally into this. This is something I do. I have a vision
Yes.
to create a world where work is joy and comes from love. For that is what
Yes.
we're made of.
Yes.
Do you want to share more insights about that? Like things that you love to do, or things that people can do, or different ways they can look at things to more love what they do or do what they love.
Yes. Um, well, I started working, well, before I didn't, 20 years ago, I wasn't into, I didn't know what my passion was. I didn't know what was it 20 years ago that I finally found it. I was going into school and working into computers, but that was my passion. I was miserable. So a friend of mine came up to me and asked me, would you like to come and volunteer at the school? It's a kids, disability kids. I said, okay, sure. And I never volunteered before. I did volunteer one time. I was 10 years old. I volunteered with blindness and deaf kids at the camp. Then 20 years ago, I volunteered at the school with disability, 5 to 12 years old. I was there for like less than 1 year. Then the principal of the school came up to me and asked me, would you like to work here? We want you, we want to give you a job here. So I said, okay. So I got a job with them. I quit my computer job. I got a job with them. I've been there for 5 years, and that's how I found my passion.
Hmm. It sounds like
So
you went with the flow and found your
I
purpose.
yeah,
There
I
is a
just
bit of a difference between purpose and passion that we're
yeah,
talking about lately, but you are talking about purpose because like
yes,
purpose is joy, like enjoying life, and it's also giving, right, and getting ourselves out of the way and
yes,
separating ourselves and allowing the universe or divine love to flow through us to others. At least I think so.
yes. So
And passion is like enthusiasm.
yes. So that's how I started working with my passion, with helping other peoples. Then I started working with one-on-one at homes. I started taking care of other people, and I work with different people right now, different ages. Try something new. Um, I I always I always look for my greatness in other people. How they are, how they pursue in their life, how their passion are, and finding that. I like to listen also. My passion is to listen, listen around me, what's going around me. I can listen to people, what they're saying to me, and that's my passion, is having this company with other people, like a friend or like a stranger, to sit down and talk to them and get to know about their self, their passion. I had this one person that I don't know, I never met. We start talking. We both of us are strangers. He starts talking about his life, his passion, and then we start talking about myself, and that's that's joy. That's, finding about other people's passion that you don't know them, you don't know nothing about them. You don't need to know nothing about them. You just need this listen and this find this gift in other people and other world.
Oh yeah, that's great. It's like it's like you make a space for people, and
Yeah.
you listen to them, so then they feel heard, and this makes them feel important, and also we get to know them, and we learn something when we listen.
Yes.
We learn,
Yes.
but then
I
we can
don't.
also be
Yes.
inspired by them.
Yes. I also learn from them. I also, I feel like sometimes I break down. I lose my achievement, my greatness. Like I do meditation, I do yoga, but then I lose yoga. I cannot get back to it. I don't know what happened. Then I meet somebody and inspire me. He starts talking about his life, his passion, and then he lift me up.
Mm-hmm.
So it works both ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're meant to work together, I think.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we're all one, right? So instead of being like very closed off and selfish, it's better if we allow our gifts to flow into the world, and like, listen to other people too, and see how things can be better by sharing.
Yes. That's my achievement, is my greatest achievement, is just get to know, is just to listen about other people. If they are like going into this sadness, depression, like I met some friends of mine, people that are like negativity, they're like the ego, but I always listen to them. I always like find passion just to be there for them, just listen to them and talk to them and give them some lift up. I also, it happens to me too. I fall down, I lose my ways. I need somebody there for me to lift me up. Um, the the joy of like having someone just be there for you and just to listen, not with talking, just listen to them, and other people talking about themselves, about what they're going through, and uh, all you could do is just to listen. That's all you could do. Listen to them and give them some uplifting, some passion, some love in themselves, some healing of joy, healing of this great um, what you could achieve from the universe, from God. The gift that you are here for a reason, that you came to this earth, this planet for a reason, to make something of yourself, to help other people, to find the passion, to find this rich in your heart, just to take care of, to have this ability, to have this greatness in yourself, to build something wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. to find your gift and do something about it. Oh, last week we started doing what you were talking about there on Friday. It's called a Purpose and Gifts meeting, and there was like kind of like a spiritual healing in the group. It was really awesome. We're gonna do
Yes.
it so this Friday as well. Would you like me to give you an invite to it?
Friday. At what time?
10 a.m. Pacific.
I'll be 10. I'm at work right. I'm at work. So yeah, I would love to. But if you have something, let me know.
Okay. It would have to be on a weekend.
A weekend. A weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, weekend. Yes, we can.
It would have to be on a weekend, probably, right?
Yeah, it have to be on the weekend.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
But just let me know.
Okay. So what are you excited about these days, or in which way are you growing or want to grow?
I am excited about how I'm excited about being a co-author. A co-author. I've been a co-author with 2 books in my last year, and this year I was a co-author with the book. The name of the books the same. It's the same people, the same publishers. The first book is Peace, a New Way of Perspective of Hope.
Okay.
And the second book, it's Hope, a New Way of Thinking. I could show you. I have the books.
Okay.
Okay, hold 1 second.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna Google those so we can share a link to them.
Okay, this is the first book I did.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. I saw that on some people's profiles.
Yes, this is my second book I did.
Awesome.
This book is Peace. This book is about my life, what I went through, how peace came to me, and how I kept out peace. How this book changed this chapter I wrote changed my life, finding peace. This book, Hope, story, a chapter I wrote about a man, a friend of mine. Well, I was working at this retirement home, and this guy had cancer. He was going into depression. He was unhappy. He has cancer, so he was shutting. He was shutting everybody out. He would not talk to nobody. So like, I have this gift that I approach people and just talk to them.
What you've just reminded me there is that in these interviews, I should ask people what their gift is.
Yes.
Yeah.
My gift, this man changed his life, changed my life too. He will not talk to nobody. So like every day when I go to work, the first thing I do is I go to his room, I say good morning, I say hi, how are you? Then I go back to work. I ask him, do you need something? I'm here for you. Then I come back, I talk to them, I talk to him, I sit with him for like half an hour, we talk. Then day by day, little by little, he start liking me. He start talking to me. He start coming, approach me, and he start talk to me. He tell me his stories. We talk about his life, about his cancer, about his personal life, his family, what he went through, what his career. He changed my life as I changed his life. He wasn't only my patient, he became my friend. He became a wonderful friend.
My chapter in Goodness Abounds is let's help each other.
Yes.
And you could do a thing, a book or whatever you want to do. You could call it like, let's talk together.
Yes.
Because you believe that people talking, just like what we're doing now, or maybe what you're describing with them, is transformative.
Yes.
Please go on.
Yes. I was going into, every time we talk, I see that he's that he was being happy. He changed, he shifted from being unhappy, depression, to find love in his life. He found joy. I gave my friend who has cancer joy, gift, love. He passed away of cancer one day when I went to work. He passed away at night, and I felt sad. I did not feel sad because I felt I lost something, because he helped me. But in a way, I was love. I found joy in this. I found joy together, because I did not lose. I was happy that we became friends. I was joy that we connected. But in a way, that day when I found out, I was sad. I wasn't unhappy. I was sad. But I was happy because I changed his life. I was happy because he did not leave this earth be miserable. He left this earth. He found love. He found greatness from his heart. I gave him something that he took something with him, as love, joy, kindness, healing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a great thing that you did.
Yes.
I want to share a story with you too, because you know how you said that you didn't really know your dad, and then later you spent a bunch of time with him as you're taking care of him, right?
Yes.
And so with me, like, my dad was 50 when I was born, and when I was young, like say around age 8 or so, I was kind of worried my dad might die before I really get to know him, because of the big age difference, and also that he would do extreme things, and he'd be off kayaking. Well, the whitewater kayaking is the extreme thing, right? But he'd be off camping and doing these big travels and journeys for say 6 months of the winter in Mexico. Like, I'm in Mexico now, but I learned that from him. And so then while I was going to school in Canada, right, I'd miss him while he's away all that time. So then I felt like I didn't really get to know him and didn't have my dad much. I was with him sometimes. So then that's why it was a blessing in disguise, right? When my first entrepreneurial venture didn't happen as quickly as I wanted it, didn't sell enough, got into a bunch of debt. I went and lived with my dad, and then it was great because we got to spend all this time together. I can help him tell more of his stories because he's a writer. He's written all these books and short stories, and then I'd record him speaking them, and now other people can listen to them too.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, and then also this summer, see something back in 1974 when he went down to Costa Rica after his life kind of blew apart. Like, he had a marriage and 4 kids. Not me. This was the first time, because with me, I'm an only child of my mom's. This is later, right? That's why he was 50 when I was born. So anyway, the first time they had 4 kids, and there was a pig farm, like 20 acres. And then the marriage blew apart, and also like he crashed. Well, first he crashed the truck. I don't know. I guess it was probably falling apart, and his dog died, and his leg was broken, right? And then he couldn't really take care of the farm, so everything was going wrong. And then they did the divorce and split up the farm and all that, and like split up the money. And he went to Costa Rica. Okay, so that was the backdrop for it, right? And then he experiences the Pura Vida, which is pure life. And someone shows him magic mushrooms, right? He takes these, and then he finds bliss and like a new enlightenment, right? And it totally changes his life, and he starts to write poetry and things like that. And he got on the radio when he came back from Canada. Yes. Went in a new direction, right? Started teaching English, met my mom, and all the other journeys and adventures, right? Yes. So anyway, the mushrooms, right, was like becoming intimate with the infinite. And I experienced that in 2010 when soon after learning to meditate, I practiced for a bit. I was meditating, and then like the ocean and the drop merged. Like, I'm the drop, right? The universe is the ocean. So it all just like kind of this boundary dissolved, right? And it's all just one, because it's all consciousness. And I felt that. It's the important thing about meditation is experiencing it, right? And I felt that, and then I knew I was one, and it's great. And it just felt totally peaceful and blissful. And so that was when I became intimate with the infinite. Now here's how the story wraps together. When I was hanging out with my dad this summer, we finally took mushrooms together and had a roaring good time, laughing and telling stories and everything. And I've actually recorded some of it too, 2 different Saturdays. Anyway, we got to do that, and he never got to do that with any of his kids. Have a good trip with one of them. He was just scared, like he thought there was like tarantulas or scorpions all over the ground, so he wouldn't get out of a hammock. He just stayed in the hammock, like hiding from nature. But anyway, that was a previous time, so we got to have an awesome adventure at his homestead on the bank of the river where he lives this summer.
That's beautiful. Yeah, me and my dad. I take my dad out to 2 road trips driving. We went to. I live in LA, Los Angeles, California. I took him for an 1.5-hour drive to Ventura County, the beach. They have vineyards with grapes, vines, and so we stopped by. We were walking around. We were picking out grapes. Then so I never did that with my dad when I was young. So this was like it was love. It was amazing. Like me and my dad spending time with each other on the road trips in the car, going like to different places, like 2 hours drive. We take walking together, nature walking. We spend time with each other. I take them to we go out to eat, to spend time drinking, and by seeing his side, that I missed that from my 20s, from my younger years, not being there with my dad, not having this great compassion with him, and I missed that. I regret it. But now I don't do that. I don't regret because I spent time. I give my dad. He gave me this great gift. We give each other this gift that he teach me. He was there for me, and I was there for him. And it's just you don't want to spend away from your loved ones because you always want to be there for them. You always want to spend time with your loved one.
Absolutely. I'm not sure what's happening with the connection. It told me that my internet connection was unstable. I'm not sure. That does happen sometimes. So, okay. I'm back. The internet connection was unstable here.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what it will do to the recording. So that means, so see, with because we're sharing internet, like a couple of houses, normally it works.
Okay.
That means because of it, I'm going to record in the cloud. Normally I can just rely on the computer recording it, but who knows what will happen when it drops like that. So I'll be doing it in the cloud just to make sure we don't lose any.
Yes.
So hopefully we still have this one. If we don't, then we'll do another interview. So we'll still have one. It's great talking with you.
Yes, great talking to you too.
I don't know where it mixed, like, disconnected, but I do know you're talking about being with your dad, right? And like, a great gift that you're giving to each other is your presence, just being there and being yourself and caring.
Yes, you always you don't want to have this regret not to spend time with your loved ones or with people.
Yeah.
Like like you always have your fights, your arguments. Doesn't mean you have to walk away from your loved ones, not talking to them no more. You always have to have this connection with each other. Spending time with your loved ones. Who knows what's gonna happen? Like when I spent time with my dad, it was great. I didn't want to miss one day, 1 second, not to see him, not to say hi to him. I want to see him and say hi to him every day. Spend time with your loved ones. See your loved ones, your family, your friends. Don't have this regret that, oh my gosh, it's too late. I did not even say I love you. Always say I love you to your loved ones, no matter what. If you fight, if you argue with your brothers, sisters, no matter what, tell them you love them or give them a hug. Give them something, be there for them. I had this happen, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to always say I love you to my family, to my brothers, my sister. I always want to say something to them. Hi, give them a phone call, go over and come over, Never miss 1 second not to say I love you or say hi or not to see them.
It's very important, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sure that's going to touch some people.
Yes.
It touched me. Okay. So yeah, today is the day of Goodness Abounds launching into the world. So that's your third co-authored book.
Yes.
Right. Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Also mine too.
Oh, thank you. Yes. That's good.
What's next?
Well, right now I'm working on my own book. I'm writing a book right now for 2 years. I'm still writing it. It's about inspirational, motivational book about my life. Inspirational. It's about other kind of topics. I got like 3 parts. First part is my life. I write about chapters, like short chapters, not too long chapters, maybe like between 5 to 12, 15 pages. Each chapter is short chapters. I wrote about my life in too many chapters. And I write the second part is about different aspects of different topics. It's about inspiring, motivational, and one of the chapters I wrote about my life is about these two. I wrote about this, and I wrote about my father, my dad. And the title of my chapter for my dad is A Happy Life, because my dad lived a happy life. He lived a good life with my mom, with us, with fighting his passion. So I called the chapter for him A Happy Life. That's the name of the book, A Happy Life.
Oh, very good. Yeah, we can all learn a lot from your dad.
Yes. So I named the book of my dad's chapter because he lived a happy life. He lived a good life. So I'm still writing my book. I'm not there yet. I'm going back at it. I'm fixing it. I have some in and out on it. So I'm getting there. I want to get it published, and when I'm finished, when I know it's ready, I get it out there. I also love poetries. I love poems, so I add some poetries to my book. Inspiring poems, inspiring poetries. What I went through, what I've seen other people went through. That's what I'm working on right now. It's my own book.
Awesome. That's great.
Yes.
I look forward to seeing that out in the world when the time is right.
Yeah, when time is right, yes. Hopefully soon.
Okay, well, thanks for talking with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Great energy and compassion.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.